About Zendejas, though, who's been a fringe player on the men's national team, has gotten a couple of opportunities, not taken them the best. He's a big player for América, which is impressive for an American.
Americans playing in Champions League weren't the only U.S. men's national team stars shining this week. U.S. international Alejandro Zendejas scored the game winner in last night's Liga MX final to give Club América the edge heading into leg 2. The goal marked Zendejas' 4th of the season, including goals in back-to-back matches. The second leg will be played on Sunday, where Club América will be seeking their 3rd straight Liga MX title. Charlie, it feels like we are kind of in this renaissance, I don't know if I can say that right, of American soccer. Americans are doing so well abroad, and it feels like it couldn't come at a better moment with the World Cup coming onto our home turf very soon. I mean, what do you make of Americans making the news and doing so well, it feels like?
It feels like with Pochettino on the sidelines for the U.S. men's national team, there's a real drive to be playing at their best and playing in the World Cup. I think that's set in with the group that I need to be playing, and not only playing well, heading into a World Cup, how important that is. And so when you're looking at Yunus Musa, who's playing regularly now with Milan, and Fonseca's, trusts him to play. McKinney and Weah both coming in as substitutes in Champions League and making a difference and scoring against Manchester City. That's incredible. I look at Gio Reyna finally on the pitch, starting a match against Barcelona for Dortmund. Maybe that could be an avenue for him to make a change in January, which I think was just to show, hey, he's healthy, he's back. I think he needs to make a move to play consistently and regularly, and now he needs to just stay healthy. But the more players who are playing and playing well, the better it is for the U.S. men's national team.
About Zendejas, though, who's been a fringe player on the men's national team, has gotten a couple of opportunities, not taken them the best. He's a big player for América, which is impressive for an American. He's scored in now La Liga, in the play-in, he assisted, he got a goal against Cruz Azul in the semifinal. He's scoring, and it was a Golazo, turn and finish in the Liga MX final. Does that boost his stock at all in a position that is pretty jam-packed with good players?
It does boost your position because you're playing at the highest level in Mexico, and you're playing well. But he's in a tough predicament because if you're looking at him compared to the other profiles in that position, it's difficult. But all he can do is continue to play well with Club América, and maybe Pochettino keeps giving him opportunities. But at the moment, it hasn't translated to the U.S. men's national team. He hasn't played well. You can make the argument for Tillman. Malik Tillman doesn't play the same way with the national team as he does with PSV. So there are players who have performed at the club level and have warranted a call-up and absolutely deserve it, but then haven't shown at the international level that they can succeed and help the team move forward. So, again, it hasn't worked out, but he could be a late bloomer.
And we also have to ask at what level we want to rate Club América, Is it the biggest club in North America?
I think yes, it is. Without a shadow of a doubt, América is the biggest club in North America.
Right, but is it the highest level?
Not marketing. I don't know if it's the highest level.
That's what I mean. I think we know it's the biggest club in North America.
With the biggest expectations. To play at América?
Yeah. Is it the highest level? Where do we rate this against, say, performing well on LA Galaxy or LAFC or Inter Miami?
Higher. The stakes are higher.
How much higher? I agree with you. It's higher.
Expectations
are higher. Take away the stakes. Take away the expectations.
No, but that sharpens a player.
On the pitch.
I'm talking about quality.
Yeah, quality.
All right. Fair.
Talent.
Fair.
How much higher is it than the best in MLS?
Comparable.
Comparable to?
To being on the best team in Major League Soccer.
So then that's where the question becomes, how do we rate his top-level performance here? Maybe if we want to take you want to grade it on a curve because, sure, Americans in Mexico, and maybe there's just a bit of a bias. So you have to work a little bit harder to prove yourself to stay on the pitch.
But he's Mexican.
And he's doing it.
See, I don't think...
But he's also doing well and staying on the squad, and he's influential in the squad. What happens from now? Because, personally, I don't really rate this much higher than performing extremely well on a top-level MLS team.
Killing it in MLS Cup. You could make it comparable for on LA Galaxy for sure. And killing it in MLS Cup as an American that is a fringe player on the national team, That's respectful.
Yeah, there's
right?
probably there's more
feathering
adversity.
your cap.
There's more adversity doing it at Club América probably than doing it in MLS, for sure. And if you're Mauricio Pochettino, you put that in the argument.
Yeah.
But Fareed, where do you go from here? That's the important thing.
Him performing well at Club América is a good thing for you.
Very much so.
So
send me a kick, Club América.